Hello, grade 8 students. How are you? I hope all you guys are doing well. Stay happy, stay safe, and stay positive. Today, I'm going to discuss about the worksheet from 9 April 2020. For this worksheet, most of the questions are taken from the paper 2, so you are allowed to using calculator. Okay, let's start from question 1. Convert these fractions to decimal. 13 per 16. You can directly type in your calculator, right? Because this is paper 2. And also for 23 per 32. And then now write down the decimal between 13 per 16 and 23 per 32. So we already have the decimal of 13 per 16 and also 23 per 32, right? So the answer have to be any decimal as long as it is in between 0.71875 and 0.8125. So maybe if you want to write like 0.75, it's okay. 0.8 also okay, but if you only write 0.7, it's not okay because the answer have to be bigger than 0.71875. Question 2 now. A bottle contains 3.6 liters of water. Water drips out of the bottom of the bottle at a rate of 20 millimeters per minute. Work out how long it takes for the bottle to empty. Give your answer in hours. So from the second sentence, we can write a proportion that this is written as 20 millimeters per minute. So I can say 20 millimeters is equal to 1 minute. So let us find the rate for 1 millimeter first. It will be 1 millimeter will be 1 per 10 minute because what do we do from 20 into 1? We do divide by 20, right? So from 1 also we need to divide by 20, so it will be 1 per 20. Now for the very first sentence, we have that it has 3.6 liters. We are going to find 3.6 liter for how many minutes? Since it is given as millimeter, we need to change it into millimeter first. 1 liter is equal to 1000 millimeter. That's why the 3.6 liter will be 3600 millimeters. And also for the time taken, you can also check from 1 into 3600, we need to multiply by 3600, right? So the 1 per 20 also we need to multiply by 3600. The answer will be 180 minutes. But look at the question, it has to be in hour. So 1 hour how many minutes? 60 minutes, right? So 180 minutes will be 3 hours. Okay, go to question 3. Draw a ring around the inequalities represented on the number line. Here is the number line, there is black circle and also the white circle. Let us start from number -4 first. This is black circle, right? And also, as you can see, the line is going to the right. So this is the arrow going to the right, the line. And when the number is on the right of -4, the number will be getting bigger. So I can say that the x is bigger. But since the circle is shaded, it will be having equal. What number is it? The circle is on number -4. Now go to the white circle. The white circle, the number is on number 2. And also the line will be going to the left. The numbers left over 2 will be getting smaller, right? So I can say that the x is smaller. What number is it? Number 2. There is no equal because the circle is not shaded. So now let us check. When it is -4, it needs equal, right? There is no equal in here, so wrong. There is no equal, so wrong. And then on number 2, there is no equal. There is no equal, correct, but this is have equal, so wrong. Which one that we have to circle? This one. Now go to question 4. Solve the inequality. Y per 6 is bigger than 1.5. If it is solving, we need to find only y or x, cannot be in a fraction, cannot be in a multiplication. This is y per 6. Y per 6 means y divided by 6. If we are going to move the 6, we need to do the opposite, right? Opposite of divide means times. So I can say that the y will be bigger than 1.5. We do multiply or we do divide? We do multiply, because the opposite. We multiply by how many? By 6. How many? 1.5 times 6. 1.5 times 6 will be 9. So the answer will be y bigger than 9. Question 5. The diagram shows the floor plan at the stage of a theater. The stage is made from rectangle and semicircle. The rectangle is 16 meter long and 5.5 wide. Work out the total area of the stage. Give your answer into significant figures. So here is the rectangle shape and this is the semicircle one. Let us find the area of the rectangle first. Area of rectangle will be length times width, right? The length is 16 and the width will be 5.5. So 16 times 5.5 will be 88. And this is a semicircle. Do you still remember the area of a circle? Area of a circle will be pi times r square. Since it is a semicircle, so the area of semicircle will be a half times pi times r square. The pi, you can write it as 3.14 or 22/7, or directly you use the button pi on your calculator. It's okay. And then the r, this line will be the diameter, right? The radius will be a half of diameters. This is the diameter is 16, so the radius will be a half of 16, which is 8. So the area of semicircle will be a half times pi times r square. The pi in here I use 3.14. The radius will be 8 because a half of the diameter, which is a half of 16, r square. So 8 times 8. This is I use calculator also. The answer will be 100.848. And then this is the total area. If total means we need to plus them. 88 plus 100.48 will be 188.48, and it is written as two significant figures. If two significant figures, this is, we count it from the very first one, right? 1, 2. So we need to cut this one. We need to round off. This is 8. 8 is bigger than 5. That's why the 18 will go up into 19, and the rest we can make it as 0. So 190 is the total area. Continue to question 6. The original selling price of a shirt was $45. It's written as original. If original, it's always 100%. So we already have one proportion. 100% is equal to $45. Go to second sentence. In a sale, the shirt is reduced to $32.5. Calculate the percentage reduction. So we need to find the reduction first. How to get it? To get the reduction, we need to find the difference between the original and the sale price. So we need to subtract them. 45 minus 32.5 is equal to $12.5. Now go to the very first proportion that we have. 100% is equal to $45. And we are going to find $12.5 is equal to how many percent? It's always easier if we are going to find the 1% first. So from 100 into 1%, what do we have to do? Yes, we need to do division. We divide by how many? From 100 into 1, we divide by 100. That's why this $45 also we need to divide by 100. So now we already have another proportion. 1% is equal to $0.45. Now we need to find from 0.45 into 12.5, we need to multiply by how many? Yeah. So later the 1 also we need to multiply by that number. It's hard to guess, so let us do the opposite one, we can do divide. 12.5 divided by 0.45, which is equal to 27.777, or I can say 27.7 with the dot in here. It's mean it's recurring decimal, so the percentage will be 27.8%, or you can write it as 28%, or you can write it as 27.9%. Continue to question 7. This chart shows the ages of 100 people in 7 age group. So now let us observe this chart first. This is 20 until 30. So the number in between will be 35. The frequency will be 20. This one, the frequency is 25. This is the frequency is 10. This is 6. This is 13, this is 22, and this one is 4. Now what is the question? Find the age group that includes the median age. Before we answer the question, let us revise how to find median. To find median will be n plus 1 divided by 2. Remember, median is the middle one. How many people are there in total? 100. So it will be 100 plus 1, which is 101, divided by 2. How many 101 divided by 2? It will be 50.5, right? So now let us find the total people first on the bar graph in here. This is 20, start from 20 and then until here 20 plus 25 will be 45 people already. Until here it will be 55 people already, and we are going to find the people at 50.5. So in this place, right, because until this place it will be only 45 people, but in here will be 46 and also until the 55 people. So the median age will be, this is an additional number, this is in between 30 until 40 is 35 until 40. Okay, continue to question 8. One solution of the equation x to the power of 3 minus 2x equal to 40 lies between 3 and 4. Use the method of trial and improvement to find the solution to one decimal place. Show all your working in the table. You might not use all the rows. So here is the table. This is for the x. When 3, we put inside into the equation 3 to the power of 3 minus 2 times 3, the answer is 21. When we compare to 40, it's too small. If we use 4 to the power of 3 minus 2 times 4, the answer is 56. The answer is too big than 40. So it's easier to check the number in between 3 and 4. What is it? 3.5. So if I use 3.5, the answer is 35.875. This is too small but still closer to 40. So I will check using 3.6. When I use 3.6, the answer is 39.456. This is a number is already close to 40, but I think I want to make myself more sure. So I'll try to find the 3.61. When it is 3.61, my answer is 39.826 and it is smaller than 40 still. So I check using 3.62. My answer is 40.198. This is bigger than 40. And since it is only correct to one decimal place, I just use 3.6 as the answer because this is 3.61 and 3.62 are close to 40. But when I round off into one decimal place, the answer will be 3.6. So the answer, just let it be as 3.6. One decimal place, remember. This is because the question asking in one decimal place. Even though the 3.61 and 3.62 are closer to 40, I cannot write the answer as 3.61 or 3.62, but 3.6 only.